All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we go. The grand finals continue. We got NaVi now up 1-0 here in this best of 5. Empire having a fight from behind now. And looking forward to seeing how things continue on. Of course, I'm Breaky CPK, joined by Z-Rock here, the Summit 7 European Qualifiers. Chance to go to the main event, the $100,000 prize pool online. And again, NaVi up 1-0 to do so. We're going to see a Tree and Protector here in game number 2.
Yeah, bit of change of pace in bans. So Empire had second pick last time, banned out the Tree, instead banning Darkseer this time, and NaVi, knowing they don't have first pick, lets Tree and Mag through. They ban out a Spirit Breaker. Not going to say they blanked the ban. Empire's picked Spirit Breaker before, but not banning out a premium hero, and it's a Jakiro.
Dire team pick.
All right, for those who didn't see this, in their 2-0 against Empire, basically they picked the Jakiro very early on in the draft. And then they picked Alina. And then FN was going to be playing TA. And they just swapped Dendi to THD. And ran THD mid against the TA. And it just destroyed.
Mm-hmm. So Empire, in a sense, kind of familiar with that. But is this almost mining games potentially from NaVi? Like, is it them like...
Potentially.
Yeah, is it because that doesn't have to be a mid Jakiro, of course. It could just as easily be a support.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think it was meant to be a support. I've stuck true to that opinion the whole tournament. I think it was planned to be a support the entire time. And then NaVi looked at their draft and they said, I mean, I don't want to run Lina into TA. Let's just switch it. So, yeah, I don't think Empire can play around that necessarily being a mid-THD. You don't look to... I mean, you're not going to pick to counter a mid-THD anyway. You just don't pick something that's awful into it. So, any other mid laner that's not named TA is probably going to be just fine. And Empire got the Phoenix Tree combo, the OG 100% game-winning combo.
Yeah, so what is it? Is it just that they're just so difficult to kill together? Is that the idea?
It's that you can't kill Egg if you're Overgrowth. Okay. So they just get a blink on Tree, blink him in, and pop Overgrowth when they're trying to kill the Egg. Basically guarantees a supernova going off anytime until there are multiple Mantas and BKBs. And it just puts it in this really awkward spot where if you get caught by the AoE of the Egg, then you're just dead.
Yeah.
So if they go true OG style here, the next pick's going to be Alchemist. That was the final piece of the puzzle that they used. It gives a ton of minus armor around the supernova as well. And just another hero that can farm really fast, get items online, give an Ags to the Tree eventually. There's a lot of use for it in this draft. So we'll have to see if they are taking the draft straight from OG or going with something totally new.
They banned the Juggernaut to go with the Troll Warlord here, so NaVi to think of another target to give that Empower to. And Phantom Assassin right away comes to mind here.
10 seconds
Absolutely. I actually think they could have let the Troll through and then picked it themselves if NaVi didn't value it. But NaVi's not going to pick their mid laner till last, I would imagine, in this draft, just so they could have that fear of flexing the Jakiro in the middle.
Yeah.
So look to see their probably their carry picked up. I would say PA is fine. But the problem is that's a really hard team to play PA into. Tree Phoenix is very difficult until you get Manta BKB. And you're probably going to have to go both. The Manta could come later. Yeah, third pick for Empire here. Okay, so they're going for an MP. The global presence is very nice when you're running Phoenix Tree because it means he can be out pressuring lanes, which is a big problem when you're running supports without any real wave clear. So you can keep lanes pushed in and then just TP into the fights. Global pressure's nice. It also makes it so he's a threat that if his team gets caught somewhere, he can be pushing somewhere else and actually threaten a tower. Takes a little bit off of Mag there. So like even if he catches the mid laner and the carry, it doesn't necessarily mean they guaranteed get a profitable trade on the buildings.
Yeah, the one thing about an MP2, you have to be a little bit careful as far as building your lineup around it, getting that perhaps a ranged carry to go along with it. I know there is the idea that you sprout and then you just spawn trees anyways, and then it still allows that melee presence carry to kind of get in there, but it can be a little funky though sometimes.
That's not a traditional Magnus hero.
Nope.
I mean, it works. We've seen it when it has to be, but there were still options in the pool, PA being the most notable one. What this does let NaVi do is potentially PA middle. Like they could pick PA and then flex either the roaming PA or Enjikiro mid or the mid PA. Empire's going full global here. I wonder if we're going to see a Zeus.
We saw one earlier.
I know. I was so sad I wasn't casting that game.
It was a crazy game.
I mean, I have like a 70% win rate over 140 games of Zeus or something stupid.
Jesus.
It's hands down my best and most played hero. So yeah, I was a little sad to not get to watch it, and it won. That made it all the better. But yeah. All right, going back to this here though. So if you're NaVi, you're looking to ban out the mid laner for sure. Ban's probably looking to be something like Lina, Puck. Puck actually would be insane. Empire already has plenty of damage. They've got the Supernova. If you have a coil on top to get them stuck in there, it would be devastating. Like Spectre Haunt with Dream Coil, Overgrowth, and Phoenix Egg, the Supernova is just nuts. I don't think you can give it to him here.
I honestly
okay.
Yeah, so they do ban it out.
You really can't. That is actually so scary. The budget version of that would be Alina. You could sell Light Strike Array, multiple people on top of the Overgrowth, use it to peel for Supernova, and you kind of need a stun. I get the whole 3 global thing. It's memey, it's cool, but you need some CC, I think, out of the mid laner.
That's fair, yeah.
And if you're Empire, maybe look to ban TA. Again, you don't have great refraction breaks.
Reserve time.
You have a lot of them on Phoenix, but if Phoenix can't get to somebody, it's difficult to get it broken quickly.
I mean, here's the mind games, though. Do they ban TA? Do they ban a support here? It's like, what are they doing with Jakiro?
You ban what you think's going to be against, like what's going to hurt your lineup now. You quit worrying about what they have. It could be either, but in reality, a support pick isn't going to make or break your lineup.
That's true.
You're banning a core here, I think, just because it doesn't really matter. If they run Jakiro mid, you're pretty happy about that because it means they picked a support last.
Well, they're spending some time to think about this. Perhaps their pick as well, as they do have it next now, as obviously. So the Zeus would be fun to see again, but you are right. Lacking the stuns is a little concerning. They ban OC.
Team pick.
So that's implying they think it's going to be mid-mag, which may mean they're leaning towards a melee mid here. If they think that, because they don't want to give Mag a good matchup and they're trying to nudge him to the offlane.
10 seconds remaining.
We're trying to see.
5
So
seconds.
Lina's still on the
remaining.
board.
I like
It's
Lina.
worked out.
Yeah, I like Lina. I think that's the best option available for him.
Reserve time.
There's things like Shadow Fiend, but as you suggested, it's lacking
Then
the
you're
stuns.
so all in on the Overgrowth, yeah. Spectre already has a little trouble sticking to people. Okay, Storm kind of sort of fits that bill.
Turn to pick.
It's semi-global. He has a huge initiation range in the mid to late game with Ball Lightning, while still giving you at least one crowd control spell. Maybe more. Might see the Ags. Do you know what Storm Ags even does?
10 seconds
Not many
The-
people do.
AoE pull-in?
Yeah, the AoE Vortex.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
We saw a
remaining.
game that it was picked. It was a pretty radical. Like, it's just like, yeah, this has never happens. But he went at that
Reserve
one
time.
game way, way long ago. It's kind of silly. Probably not a heavy priority item. So, but again, NaVi, we're going to get some information here, hopefully. But this is that versatility of the draft. They coming out of the final pick, and now they're going to go with a couple of different options here. They're going to go Quap. Okay. So Jakiro will be a support.
Okay. I mean, I figured that. The mid was just a one-time deal. But we do see it still. And, all right, so the one thing with the Ags Electric Vortex, it does not pull in any Invis units. So if Slark is Shadow Bladed, Shadow Danced, you won't get the CC on him. It actually would have been an okay pickup if it did. But so the reason we've seen Quap just fall off entirely is if she goes Orchid, she's very, very squishy. If she goes Bloodstone and then doesn't farm another 2 or 3 items, ends up feeling very lackluster. Just doesn't do enough damage for a mid laner. So I'm curious to see what Dendi and all of Navi's plan is to
10
counter.
seconds remaining.
Basically, you stack so much net worth in this Queen of Pain, and if she dies twice, all of a sudden she can't kill
5
anybody.
seconds remaining.
She loses all her kill threat because everyone gets so much gold, and her damage falls off. So I'm curious to see what Navi's going to do to actually have a plan to scale the Quap. Because if they're all in on Slark, this game looks a little hard.
Her mobility is pretty good this game, though, too, to be fair. Because, again, as we
True.
stressed, Sword Spirits, it's like, yes, kind of with the Vortex, but Not really. It's not that a hard stun necessarily. They don't have a silence to maybe take care of Queen of Pain, and she's going to have some good mobility this game. Flying around.
Yeah,
so.
she needs a Lincoln's. Lincoln's would be very, very good. It's only going to block Leech Seed, Vortex, and a Dagger, and I guess NP ult. So in reality, you're blocking Vortex every time if you're positioned well, or the eventual Orchid. So yeah, I think Lincoln's probably second item on co-op here looks really good.
Then you don't have a Overgrowth Escape though. If you go that instead of maybe the BKB.
True.
So that would be my one concern with that.
I mean, you're going to have to get both eventually, I think. You need to go BKB to just have the consistent Orchid break as well. But Lincoln's just gives you so much regen to keep farming, which is huge on co-op.
Prepare for battle.
Our Spirit.
Sneko does that so fast.
He is there quickly, yeah. I load in and he's already there placing the ward.
Uh-huh.
It's like, how? Fast-ass PCs there. All right, so gets that ward down very aggressive. Also gets one in the middle lane. Phoenix currently setting up towards the top lane. What's down here? That's the Treant with the Nature's Guise level 1.
Yeah, Miposhka is going to be the guy to watch for Empire here. If he has a really bad game, Empire's entire draft kind of falls apart. They need him to actually impact some lanes because the Phoenix definitely isn't going to. And they need to get something out of him and actually get him some items, get him some levels. If he struggles, this game could be very hard for Empire.
30 seconds to battle.
Spectre.
Sneko misses the ward.
Was he trying to get the middle lane? Yeah, it's not Spectre we saw earlier again. Loda actually playing it for Alliance. He had a struggle of a start that game, and thus the Radiance came around 30 minutes instead. He ended up going the Urn first and something else even. Is Radiance just that priority though? So if you're Chappy here, you just try to get it ASAP or?
All right, so everyone in chat that was flaming his his Radiance timing, he went a Midas first of all, which pushes that back quite a bit. Then he went a Blade Mail, and he had Urn tier 2 boots. Like he bought 6,000, 7,000 gold worth items before the Radiance.
Yeah.
His farm wasn't as bad as people made it sound, but in reality, it was just they were trying to just stay alive at that point. And Radiance is a great item on Spectre if you're behind. So he did what he had to do. It paid off in the end. The one really curious thing for him was the level 25 talent, taking the Spectral Dagger cooldown.
Yeah.
And it worked. I liked it.
Well, especially again in that case there if it's in the clockwork, and we even saw it come into play where he used the short cooldown to get out of there ASAP. So, yeah, this is a completely new series. So, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on Chappie with the progress as far as if he gets the early on Radiance or not. But Miposhka, he took a lot of pressure at the bottom lane. They even committed a Sentry to try to do even more damage, but in the end,
now they're out of Invis detection, though. They don't have any more sentries, any more dust. So Miposhka knows this. He's kind of free to go where he wants. The sentry placed in middle will make it a little more difficult if he wants to help there. Gossick, though, is in trouble.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble trying to use the Treants if anything to protect him, and it's not going to happen. Biver credit for the kill as the first blood comes out in the favor of NaVi right there. Nothing that Treant can really do at that point. Save his teammate. And Nature's Prophet, that's, where he's kind of vulnerable in this off lane. He's not the best at escaping necessarily. Especially at level 1.
Yeah, and what's going to stop them from just doing this again as soon as he shows? You're just going to roll into him again, and now there's, Pounce is still online. There's so many ways to catch him. He needs to just go jungle. Yeah. This is not going to work.
They're committing a trial into this, and again, already getting the first blood out of it. So yeah, he's trying to leech any bit of experience, almost level 2. But even when he gets level 2, I mean, Sprout will help.
You don't even want to take Sprout at 2, though. You want to take TP.
So you think you can teleport area? There you go.
Like you don't even want Sprout till 4 at the earliest. Now, some games you have to just go 1-1-1, but Miposhka though might get a courier in mid. It's gonna come about 2:30. Yeah, it's gonna come right before it can get upgraded. So we'll have to see if Dendy stops it here and acknowledges that. Oh, don't leave!
He sends a courier back.
They know. So he realized. Well, he just realized that, hey, we only have 30 seconds. I don't need it. I'm shrining anyway.
Smart heads up. Yeah, it's only a null talisman. Just some more stats, sure, but save it up, as you said. Gonna wait to get the flying courier. Or may just walk back to it at this rate. Jeez. With the pressure being put on him. The creep wave.
Now, I don't think Tree can kill a flying courier with level 1 guys. It does stun the courier. I just don't think it's quite long enough for him to get 2 autos. It'll be close.
There we go. It's flying now. It is going back to base, though. So maybe something else going to come on it.
Oh, man. Is Dendy waiting for a bottle now? This is wasting so much time on Miposhka.
That's what I was going to say.
He's going to start wondering what's up. It's 3 minutes. He expected it to go right now. He thinks he can get it with the bash. And this extra little bit of time might scare him off here. He's still just holding firm, though. Steady as a rock.
Hasted.
Black.
Zoom.
Getting it on the back when it's
All
not
right.
hasted anymore.
Let's see. He knows it's coming. He should be
Gotta
able
get
to
the
get
first
this.
hit in front.
Yes.
Okay.
Courier has been killed.
Eventually,
All right,
pays
was
off.
it worth it? I mean, he gets like 2/3 of a level from that. He got all the way to 2.5. Got his team a ton of gold. So probably worth.
What else is he going to be doing other than leeching experience?
Yeah, maybe trying to press General out a little bit. Like right now, your Phoenix has done nothing. She's still level 1. He, I don't know what Phoenix is.
It.
It
Storm
is
Spirit.
appropriate.
He's going to ferry the bottle right here. He's been jungling a bit, though. Notice that.
Anytime your support stacks for you, Phoenix put a lot of work into stacking this jungle already in the first few minutes of the game. So he just wants to clean up the work that Phoenix has done for him, and it gets himself a little bit of an XP lead.
Bottles brought to Dendy. I think Seneko actually had that in him, and kind of plays the courier. Hands it off. So now Dendy's that much more ready to go in the middle lane. Bottom lane, look at this push, though. Jeez. Double
Yeah,
damage
they need to
Kiro.
push him off this. Yeah, Viper's doing a good job. The DD's keeping him front and stopping NP from getting anything out of this.
They're going to clear the creep pretty
Pycat?
aggressively. Pycat's pretty far up there.
Oh, he almost got stuck in the creeps. I mean, all he would have had to do is pounce out. But
He is going Midas, by the way.
yeah, he is.
Always a fan of the item. Tier 1 tower bottom.
Dire structures
Liquid
are
fire
falling.
level.
Yeah, this tower's taking a lot of pressure, and when you're putting the pressure on this early, like Tree doesn't even have living armor yet, so no chance to heal this tower back up, and kind of get that basically half the reason you pick a Tree in the early game. He has this level 3 point. I'm curious why he's holding it. I feel like he should just jam living armor and start armoring this, even if it only stalls out 1 or 2 creep waves. That's an important thing.
Yeah. Nothing on it for now, though, but middle lane. Phoenix is kind of taken over, just simply trying to get some experience. The Storm Spirit's now back, though. Has the early magic wand in full.
Gostic was almost ready to seed his tower there. He ported back to base, got phase boots, and he has Sprout now. So he sat in base for about 5 seconds looking for a TP. Ooh, Fiverr? Is he dead?
Dire's middle
We're going to
tower
find him.
is
Yeah,
under
he was trying to
attack.
camp the rune right here. He's going for the TP. Oh, he gets out in time. Stays alive. Earthshaker, not Earthshaker, her Spirit was coming in.
Dendy would have gotten that kill.
Stupendous.
Wait, what? Is that a stab at FN? I just realized what you said.
I mean, it's the way he used the mana. He committed to a Q that absolutely wasn't going to connect without Vortex, and could have just spent it jumping a little bit more in short bursts to get more procs on Overload,
Okay.
and then would have had the mana to drop the Q when the TP showed up. So, I'm not going to say a misplay. It's difference in the way they play Storm Spirit, and just the way Dendy plays it, he would have gotten that.
Dendy. Oh, he has a Sonic Wave.
Dappy is dead.
That's an easy kill.
Didn't
right
even
there.
need the Sonic, but better safe than sorry.
He's in trouble,
Can they
though.
get Dendy on the back end?
They can, yeah. He's definitely dead. Miposhka opens and
That's
secures
huge.
it.
It sucks to get it on Miposhka, but they got it.
Yeah.
So
And they still want more, possibly. Magnus, he has a skewer. Going to be heavily
trying to
pressured.
get in front.
Phoenix porting in. There's the trees. They just kind of eat right through it with the quelling plate, and there's a skewer. The Haunt goes in, though he pops the RP for this. General really wants the hell out, and he is going to, but they are still committing. Wow.
This
They're
is
going deep.
deep.
Spectral
TPs
Dagger.
can cause this to be very bad.
Yeah, he's going to survive, actually. His First Spirit now rolls in. Quap is back as well. It doesn't have the Sonic Wave, but that Scream doing plenty. And they're going to catch Miposhka at least.
Even old
Is he out of
Sentry.
range? No, he
No.
just got there. So they get the turn kill on Trant. They did not get a kill on Magnus, although, again, he committed an RP to stay alive right there, but
You trade it for
Yes.
Haunt, essentially.
Soul Ring now delivered to FN, and he runs right into Dendy, actually. Not going to go for it, though. 8-minute rune. Arcane going to be picked up by Dendy. FN deciding it's best not to risk his life for it.
This Arcane could be huge. If Dendy saves it for the Sonic Wave, getting that cooldown reduced on Sonic Wave means he gets to gank again sooner with it up. And that could be very important in this game.
Yeah, a lot of bursts between that and the Scream of Pain. Really drop anyone right now in this game. The bottom tower is being healed up quite a bit, so the living armor finally does come out, level 2 now.
All those TP rotations kind of stop the momentum bottom.
Dire's middle
They
tower is
pulled
under
Pycat
attack.
up here, which is really big in slowing the push. But his Midas is done already. Very, very quick.
Or Spirit absorbing some experience at the top lane meanwhile. You see Spectre.
Dire's
Urn is
bottom
being
tower
built here,
is
so
under
yeah, he is
attack.
going for the early build-up at least.
Yep.
Before committing towards anything else.
Alright. Yeah, they needed the TP1 bot so this tower didn't fall.
Defense going
He's
in.
going deep.
Ball lightning, one after the other.
That's
He really
a better
wants this
Q.
kill. Biver is dead.
That was a better Q.
Tower stays alive.
Yes, it does. And that's a huge win for Empire. Anytime a push gets repelled that they've been putting work and effort into, it means they've grouped heroes and they're not farming other parts of the map.
Dendy still has that Arcane Rune, as we mentioned. His Sonic Wave is ready to go now. Oh, they're going to smoke up, too.
Yeah, they need
go.
to use it. You're going to look for Chappie every time.
Chappie has the Urn coming out. That'll tank him up a little bit if he gets it in time. But it's a slow courier. They do have the boost speed.
At the very least, it makes so if he dies, almost all of his gold is protected. He spent 800 of it, so not super worried about it.
He's gonna
It still
get it.
sucks to lose your Spectre, but
He falls back, too. Wow, they know Quap's
Wow.
missing mid, and that's the Q. They just don't feel
this
safe.
is honestly one of the things that makes pro teams pro teams. It's just being able to read the game. They didn't see the smoke, but they just know something's going on.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Well,
attack.
they're going to confirm that. Miposhka. We'll see Quap up here, pings him out. Slark's also up here. That Hand of Midas again online, and going to finish Power Tread's going to use the Dark Pact
Dire's
aggressively here.
structures are fortified.
So he takes out the Catapult.
You want to hold this if you're Empire.
Middle lane. They're going for Biber, by the way. That's a haunt used for this, so they get the kill. Anjakiro back to the top lane. Poshka's still just sitting here, but they haunted mid, so I don't know if they're defending this top lane.
Well, he finished the haunt into
Radiant's
general
middle
too.
tower is under
Looked a
attack.
little sketchy, but general just skewered out.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, tower is gone.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured Spectre was
He's
going
going
to
to stop the
just go
TP.
there.
Oh, no! He went for it. He thought about it. He's like, do I do this? I might die in return. Quap's going to the middle lane now. Going to chase out Gostic. No, he runs away. And well, he's not out of here just yet. Blinking 5 more seconds. Barrel roll. Not over the
Can't
ledge.
do this. Okay.
Yeah, not going to land.
Cute mind games there. He had
Yeah.
one tango left, so he sprouted, ate the tree. Because they see the sprout. Even in fog, you'll see the trees pop up. So yeah, they knew what he's doing. That stun would have killed him. So very heads-up play from Gostic there. And his Midas is almost done, Breaky.
Pycat, by the way, he has to know something's on it because, yeah, the Shadow Dance is not activated yet. He finally will pounce away and be fine, but yeah, the whole time, Miposhka was kind of sitting on top of him. Trying to buy that
Dire's
time.
Yeah.
middle tower is
And in the
under
time Miposhka sat top and watched his tower fall, he gained a ton of XP. He is level 6 now. So Overgrowth online, Phoenix Egg online, and that's an RP.
Yep. Caught that as the RP was going out. And there,
worthy tribute.
Ugh.
I love the insight here we get of them trolling each other.
It's just great. It's lovely.
Nice kill, though. Obviously, as you mentioned, RP, but hey, kill Inspector, very worth it.
Pycat knows the Shadow Dance isn't around him.
He's in trouble.
Needs the Dark Pact, and then he overgrowths. Overgrowths?
Nope.
Oh, he waited.
Waited too long.
Why?
Yeah, Pycat will get out pretty freely. Middle lane, meanwhile, Dendy's going for King R, but Icarus dive. He'll survive it. But yeah, that's definitely a miscue there. It feels like they really could have killed Slark. That overgrowth comes out immediately.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that was just a little strange.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Fortunately, it does not. And now tower being pressured middle lane. But Quap has the Orchid, is in the works at least. One Oblivion staff queued up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So going the aggressive build. It's more fun to watch some Bloodstone, that's for sure.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
How's FN coming on his Bloodstone? That's actually a good question. Still quite a ways away. Probably 18 minutes.
Whoops.
Needs 2K gold.
Switch over to that net worth now, and yeah, we see 5,100 for Storm Spirit, but way up there is that Slark at 6,100. Obviously, the hand of
Midas will do that.
Yep. Two ahead earlier on. Tree's going to scout out Dendy here. Actually, they are coming in, looking to make a play. FN will get the catch, but the blink, he's fine. They're really going for this, though. Hahnemann comes out. However, Seneko, nice boulder smash done. But here comes the ported now from Gostick. They're really committed for Dendy once again. The Supernova in the back line is going to be going off, though, and they will catch the Earth Spirit. But Dendy TP's away, as does the rest, and at least they get the tower kill, but that's it.
That costs you, like, everything you had right now, and you get one support.
And a tower.
Did you lose your tier 2 for this, though?
Yeah, especially with the trade now.
Probably
Worth
not.
it.
But you're going to take a lot of chip damage. He is empowered on Slark, so he will do some good damage to this tower.
They're taking a while down here, too. The tier 1, it's still up.
Actually, they will absolutely lose this top tower. They don't have any ults to fight this, so...
Sure.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, that's absolutely awful.
He's fine.
Tower is under
Getting
attack.
harassed, but yeah, they end up trading secondary for the first one on top of it. So yeah, especially with that now, I think NaVi for sure comes out on top of the overall trade. But another somewhat passive game, though. 4 to 4 hero kills earlier on.
Yes. I mean, the only aggression we saw last game was basically Miposhka running around his clockwork super aggressively, and we saw him get punished for it. So both teams just playing a little calmer, holding it back a little. And you'll tend to see this quite a bit in finals. When teams know, especially when it's a qualifier slot on the line, they'll play a little more reserved Dota.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is, again, it's a big deal. Not only that $100,000 prize pool, but like I said, the Summit Tournament, it's one of those different, just really chill, relaxed events. That's just fun to be at. Not that other ones aren't, but you get the point. It's very nice, relaxing atmosphere. And,
every pro loves Summit. I mean, it's a fun tourney to go to.
Yeah. Now, actually, something I wasn't even aware of until yesterday, really. There is a second chance event, actually, that will be happening as well.
Yeah, it's like the fan vote.
Yeah, or something.
They do a fan vote, and they pull, like, the top team from each region, or the top 2 teams of total votes or something, and then they play them off against each other. Yeah, everyone goes all out for that. They make Reddit posts and YouTube videos, and it gets to be a fun thing.
So,
all right, bot lane, though, Miposhka wants something. They're rotating a lot of people in the vicinity. Yep.
Gonna catch Dandy. Good in the follow-up. Macropire comes out. Overgrowth committed, though, with that Supernova on top. Dandy blinks away barely, but it's not enough. Too much damage in the end. Couldn't get away from it, inevitably. And he's dead for 40 seconds here. On top of that, so again, everything really committed by Empire, but this time that's definitely a key kill.
It's a key kill, and now if you're Navi, you got to understand those picks are going to happen with this kind of lineup, so you need to be ready to take something on the other side, whether that's pushing a tower or taking their jungle and just sweeping all that. But the goal is just to capitalize when they commit all those resources for one kill. You can't always get Dendy out, especially with this build. Dendy's going to die more and more often just because he's going to be squishy.
Does almost have the Orchid finish, but yeah, even with that, as I was talking about, it's still going to be squishy. Earth Spirit finishes his own hand of Midas and looking to chase down Storm Spirit, and that will happen. Pycat with the Empower up, more than enough damage.
Yeah, great silence.
They definitely got the lockdown to deal with him. Earth Spirit alone does, at least. Between the stun and the silence, so nice find there in response. And Pycat, he's definitely up there. Almost 10,000 net worth. Wow. Next is Dendy at 6,600.
Very early Midas and a lot of creeps.
Some power also helping.
Dire's middle tower.
Shadowblade, he's going to have a full Silver Edge here. Very quickly.
And that makes it a lot easier to kill Spectre. Negating Dispersion just saves you so much damage.
Oh, true, yeah. The RP ready to go for Magnus. This is his own Hand of Midas queued up, so it's going to be a popular item once again on Navi's side. Or this time for Navi, I should say. Yeah, Empire was the one that went all out in it last time. Spectre?
Kind of looking a little similar to last game. I mean, Chappie got his Midas at 5 minutes last game. 2 more of them came within the next couple.
Yeah.
Didn't pay off.
Ooh, top lane. Miposhka sees Magnus pushing out. Magnus is fairly low on mana currently, but Air Spirit is nearby.
Gostic got the courier there? Oh, the courier is running back from bringing Pycat something.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's Silver Edge recipe. So Gostic sees it, ports in, kills that, grabs a couple ninja troops.
Critical Biver meanwhile. All right, Haunt's activated, trying to go for the Pycat. They got Biver, but love to get a second one in Slark. That's not going to happen, though. Unless, oh, he's blocked here by the trance. Sprout's not going to work, though.
It's just too risky. Way too risky.
So he does have that Silver Edge, as you mentioned, despite losing the courier.
So Tree win a medallion over a blink. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It gives you some Roche potential. That's definitely a thing. But I don't feel like it's that high impact in this game.
Solar Crest eventually.
Yeah, but for who? Like, the only person to throw it on really is Slark.
Yeah. Amping damage in general. It's just kind of that tool that's nice to have.
Yeah, it's nice just to put on Spectre, because coupled with Dispersion, it makes him extremely hard to kill.
But their initiation is a little weaker with not going the earlier blink is the point. And you do look at this lineup. I mean, they have the solo initiation with the Storm Spirit. You got Nature's Prophet porting in. Obviously, the Haunt even coming out. So are they really looking to get that big overgrowth off?
Yeah. Wow. Navi going for a very aggressive Roche. 5 heroes up, every ultimate basically coming up shortly other than Han. And Navi's actually going to take this.
They give it to Slark here or Quab?
Dendy. You pretty much always give it to whoever's going to hit buildings until the ultra late game. And 9 times out of 10, that's whoever's ranged on your team. And so that would be Dendy in this case. Usually it's your mid laner.
Now, Navi's timing right here, they have about another minute or 2
Seneko?
minutes, really, to get out. Yeah.
One more auto. If Gossip just Shadow Bladed and hit him, it would have killed him. Anyway, what?
I was going to say about a window here, not only having the Aegis, but Spectre almost has a Sacred Relic, and then, of course, 1350 needed for the pattern of the Radiance. But so they have another minute or two before that's going to be online, so you would think that they really want to capitalize here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in reality, you're okay fighting as soon as Chappie buys the Relic, because then he's not losing any of that gold when he dies. But you don't really want to fight into Aegis anyway, so use this as the time to get your Radiance done.
Yeah.
Navi should get this T2. The question is going to be, does Navi just try to go high ground here? If they feel like they're that much stronger right now with Spectre having so much gold committed in nothing, maybe they just go up the hill.
Now rotating back towards the bottom lane, Dendy in the way with that, but not going to find anyone. They're already retreating on Empire's side. And a Midas being picked up on Phoenix now, so more just greediness coming about. Dire Courier gets picked off meanwhile. Sark actually finds it. Okay, nothing on it at that point, but an eye for an eye even. It's a nice response.
I really wish Tree went Blink. It feels like their lineup's incomplete without it. Gostic's dusted.
Yeah, he is in trouble here. However, the TP not going to be stopped.
Awkward.
Yeah. Couldn't really finish the job. So good teleport out. Bottom lane, Miposhka running around those Trinkle boots. A 509 move speed. Going to open here on Magnus. Viper's nearby though. Out comes the ulti from Phoenix, and not even needed, as that with the overgrowth more than enough damage in the end. Another courier
2 kills
kill.
and a courier. Yeah, Gostic got it on the back end. Shadowblade hit, killed it.
Oh wow, Pycat's going in though. Wants to kind of clean up on somebody. He does have Denny coming over as well. Gostic's in trouble here.
Gonna be the thing.
Yeah, the Orca goes out, and that's an easy kill as a result.
I can't believe Storm just bailed. Storm's full.
Yeah, didn't want to fight there. Bottom lane, you got King R still around. TP's down for 10 more seconds, but they don't know he's in the area.
Yeah, he finishes Midas. He's just been like bleeding to that as slowly as he can. I guess FN just really wanted to protect the Bloodstone. It's brand new. If he happened to get caught in a bad spot there, could have gotten punished, and losing those Bloodstone charges right away, we know how much that hurts.
Tower is under attack.
As Biver has to be careful. Several times now they've been able to just open on him, but again, it's just a support Jakiro, so they want to
now it's better though, because if you get the kill, you're still getting Bloodstone charges. So that kill gets a little more value now that the Bloodstone is completed.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It is a 1-0 series lead once again for NaVi, guys, here in this best of 5. Quick recap.
Maposhka found Biver. Oh, Biver's gonna die.
Is he though? I guess nearby, so he might die, but it's going to come at a cost here. Not careful enough. They do get the kill, but Storm Spirit has to get out. And now Maposhka, he's going to go for the TP play. That's not going to work.
Where's the vision?
They will stun him out and eventually finish the job.
Spirit have a gem? Oh, Slark has a gem already.
Oh, does he?
Biver bought one for him. Yeah.
Right.
I was like, how are they hitting him? Wow.
Meanwhile, Phoenix goes down at the bottom. So Dendy
Didn't
helps
even
finish
take
the
an
job
ult.
there. No RP needed. Or Sonic Wave.
Yep, just Orchid. Gostic going
Turret.
really
There's the
deep.
RP on Storm Spirit. They want this kill. The silence right after. It is enough. He denies himself, in fact. But now here comes Chappie. Wants a response. Also with NP porting in the backlines. But Dendy, he's still feeling good. He has Aegis, remember. The stun, the silence out from the Earth Spirit. Gets the kill into NP. And just like that, 4 heroes are dead. Storm Spirit's coming back up now. But NaVi, huge momentum burst.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And that Aegis still online for Quap. Maposhka has an overgrowth, but by himself. More are coming, but they're going to lose to tier 3. And that'll be the cue again for NaVi to get out. So yeah, Queen of Pain, very strong throughout that. And she actually has more than enough for a BKB now. I kind of almost wonder if she may just go something else. 5,100 gold saved up.
You don't want to die though. That's the thing. Like you realize you got to this point already. You can't die a couple times or it's going to slow your momentum. So I expect her to itemize super defensively. Like BKB, Lincoln, Shiva's kind of defensively.
Oh, the Poshka right there. I don't know if that was a misclick or what, but he actually started a TP and he canceled it immediately. So I think he knows like a ward's here. He's trying to get it, but there you go. Sentry goes down. The Observer, they see it there. Do they? They didn't actually. No, I don't think they did actually. That was the pings coming out from Navi's side. Oh, never mind. That's going to wear off though. Perhaps it got picked off. Anywho. Only 99 hero kills, but a 10,000 net worth lead for NaVi here. And Slark, he's loving all of that. The Lincoln Sphere picked up, so both of these cores get in that defensive item as... Oh, yeah, never mind, Denny. He does change it up, yeah. Decides, it's a little different way to look at it.
No, he has the BKB on the courier. It's already coming out.
Oh, you're right. Okay, he just happens to have a plate mail, too. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind, then.
So, AC instead of Shiva's, but still, same concept. Very defensive item to follow up on the BKB. Really just trying to make himself as unkillable as he can.
Yeah.
They want to push the lead, and dying is the antithesis of pushing a lead.
Controlling objectives here, Pycat, taking out their ancients even. Working on a basher.
Radiant's courier has been
Another
killed.
Radiant courier kill. That was NP way back there. Again, nothing on it, but it's still got to be annoying. We're gonna deal with that. Ooh, Treant. He's walking right into a trap right here, and they're committing now. Storm Spirit goes in the back lines. Magnetize comes out. The Phoenix Egg is up as well. They're not focusing it. It looks like it may go off right here. Treant goes down as well as the Earth Spirit, but the egg goes off. They get the kill on a Quap as well. And now they're chasing after Pycat. He already has his Shadow Dance used. Another Dark Pact in a second. He's on the run, though. Gonna pop that Dark Pact. Another pounce away.
How long in Gostic's TP? Okay, it is up.
General's here. RP's ready. He's going to at least catch Phoenix. Shockwave to finish him off. And now Pycat's going back in. That Shadow Dance regen kicking in.
You just don't have enough on your Storm to do this. He's got to have more mana if you want to try to kill Pycat. Wow. That was the dumbest smart thing I've ever seen Maposhka do, and that's saying a lot. He walked up, but he baited the Orchid. He baited all these little things, the Rolling Boulder, the Silence, and didn't die from it. And then the rest of his team just followed up, and with all those tools down, great fight from Empire.
Yeah. It worked out huge for them. I'm wondering how Denny died throughout that, too. It's hard to notice. He just must have got blown up by the Storm Spirit, especially.
He got overgrowth after he popped BKB.
Okay.
That was the big thing. So he couldn't blink.
Now the catch Nature's trying to TP out. Not going to work. Gostic goes down. And so the big thing, though, for NaVi is that Pycat stays alive throughout, and he's still getting more kills. And that Basher now is just about finished. Despite losing Queen of Pain there. Again, she doesn't have a Bloodstone, though, or anything like that, so it's not like there's that negative side to it.
I feel like even though you have your Radiance down on Chappie, a Blade Mail's so good here. Dendy's throwing spells in, and he can't control the damage of those spells. Like, once he throws them in an AoE, they're all AoE. If you're standing near it, Blade Mail reflects. And they just need more ways to fight.
They're trying to find Chappie here, by the way. He turned off his Radiance currently. So good job there.
They scan.
Yeah, they knew he's in the area. They're still hunting. He's still running through, though. That dagger, he's going to TP, and there's no way they're catching him there, so. Trying to catch up, but they cannot. Instead, they'll take a Shrine. This will be the last Shrine that is taken out. And now it's just going to be the base left for Empire, so they're getting more and more constricted as this game moves on here. Goes back to, they only have 2 tower kills as well. I feel like we said that last game.
Yeah, they're really
kills.
struggling in the early game to get any pressure up. And at this point, how do you kill Pycat? He has a Lincoln's done, which I said was one of the better items for Quap in this game. Storm is very far from an Orchid, and that's, I mean, without that, you don't have any break for it, so your only CC is going to get thrown into the Lincolns. Even if NaVi gets borderline wiped in a team fight, Slark should come out perfectly healthy and able to pick off a couple on the back end.
Roshan, he's up in about 45 seconds here. FN's pushing out, maybe figuring that's going to be happening soon. But, needs to be careful not to get caught, though. Pycat working out with Dendy, and he's going to Silver Edge in. They know he's probably doing this. They're going to see him initially, but can they really respond to it? A Shadow Dance going to be popped pretty early in the back lines. The Sonic Wave goes off early on the Cup, and Poshka, though, he is silenced up, cannot get the Overgrowth off just yet. Finally gets it off. Dark Pack takes it off, though, immediately. Earth Spirit picked up, but they also get Pycat killed, and the gem drop on top of that. All they got was Phoenix on NaVi's side. So they run into that trap, and now Dendy, he is getting low as Spectre wants to run him down. And he may still actually. Storm Spirit flies in and gets the triple kill. Just enough mana to do so.
Wow. Yeah, if he didn't actually connect with the ult, the blink was almost up from Dendy. That is such a big pickoff. That's Roshan.
And that's an Aegis for them, the Spectre. Or the Storm Spirit, perhaps. Yeah, Storm Spirit, probably more so. But, yeah, I don't know. That felt like, I mean, NaVi, they were kind of charging in there. But Slark is tough to kill and had the early Shadow Dance and everything, but they just couldn't really follow it up, and they're running uphill into the blindness almost, so I guess that was the key.
Yeah, they forced the Shadow Dance out so early out of Pycat there. The Shadow Dance got forced before any real damage came onto Empire, so without that defensive tool, he couldn't reset after the Egg and the Overgrowth combo. Holy, what a fight for Empire. They needed that so badly.
Yeah.
Net worths now look a lot more reasonable. Yeah, sure, Pycat's still way ahead, but now all 3 of your cores are caught up to their other 2, and you start to see glimmers of hope here. I mean, the Tree Phoenix combo didn't even go off there. They orchided the tree, and the silence didn't come off until after the egg was destroyed. If that egg had gone off, it would have probably been a clean team wipe.
Back 13 charges for Storm Spirit here on the Bloodstone. Chappie, oof, he was found, but can't really jump him. Instead, they'll have to clean up the Ancients. Obviously, Roshan not being there. The Aegis currently on Storm Spirit. So NaVi has to figure out what they want to do next and perhaps defend the bottom lane. But look at all these treants, man. That talent picked up from Gostic. Storm Spirit pushing out the creep wave even further. This is at least going to be the secondary tower kill.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They're going to fall back from there. But yeah, Gostic has all those treants now to work with because of the +4 treant summon talent that he got there. That's just another thing.
That talent's almost more hedging on him getting to 25. Because right now they're dying to AoE. There's so much AoE flying out on the side of NaVi. They help push when no one's around, that's true. But at 25, once they're double the tankiness, the split push threat becomes enormous.
Magnus, haven't really seen that big RP yet from General here.
Yeah, and it's kind of like last game. I mean, we didn't really see it much last game either. He'd hit one, he had a couple two-mans, but in reality, he's not getting the kind of openings that we've seen other Mag players get.
Cat, he's just cleaning up the treants up here. And his BKB just about finished as well. And you got to figure that's going to be a pretty important item to have. That on top of the Lincolns that he has, a very defensive mindset, but really wants that mobility in these fights. Seen that in the last fight especially, how that caused an issue. He had to pop that Shadow Dance very early, and by the end of it, he was just dead. So, Spectre, Diffusal Blade almost finished for him now. He's committing to
going
it too.
to very high damage build on Spec. A lot of times we'll see them go very defensive once they finish the Radiance. We'll see like Manta into Heart or Manta Blade Mail, even AC here and there. But yeah, going very aggressive. They want him to be their damage dealer on this for sure. And we'll see if it comes back to bite him at all. The NaVi burst is still scary between Queen of Pain ult and RP, of course. So if Spectre gets caught, could end up pretty bad for Empire.
The 5 of NaVi sticking together, though. Arcane Rune spawned down here. Looks like Storm Spirit's on its way to pick it up. Again, the Age is still on him. But NaVi is just going to stick together as a team for the most part. So it's going to get caught. It's kind of hard to do that when they're all together. AC on Dendi. Going to play the safe route for now. 34.5 minutes in. They still have that decent net worth lead, about 6,000. But, man, it really does feel like Empire's actually in the lead, though. It feels like NaVi's been playing so defensive lately.
And a lot of that just hinges on what you said earlier. General hasn't found a big RP. And if you don't get a big RP, the Egg Overgrowth combo is just oppressive. It's so much teamfight potential. And if that's all you have is relying on an RP to hit 3 people, you're going to feel like you're behind no matter how far ahead you are.
Where's the party?
Fan pushing out the top lane even more. But, again, that Aegis only has so much longer on it, so your Empire, like a little bit more with it, perhaps pushing the top lane. It seems like that's where they're going.
Yeah, you've got 40 seconds. I think the T1 here, and you've gotten more than enough out of this.
FN, he's in trouble. They are going to open. Silence comes out, pops a BKB. He's going to go back in, actually, with a stun on the Phoenix as soon as he went in. He goes down, and now FN's got to buy himself somewhat. He's flying in the background, looking to deal with Denny back here. He had some support in the back lines, but the RP, in return, they get the Aegis use off the bat. And they will also take out Spectre, who's staying dead, by the way. The Ice Path will catch Storm Spirit, and he's going to die right after the fact. Empire got way too deep right there, it seems like. And there's a solid RP from General, too.
Yeah, the idea was solid there. He broke the Orchid, turned back in because the Haunt came out. But they just didn't have the right setup for that fight. Phoenix Egg didn't even go off.
No.
Luckiest bash ever from Slark. Just basically first hit bash and killed Phoenix before the Egg could get off. But yeah, just if you're Empire, you want to take team fights with these nice objectives. You want these clean 5v5s, and that was as chaotic gets.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Slark, level 25 now as well. He actually, there we go. He gets a 12 total stats, as he just hit it right there. Not the most sexy level 25 talent out there, but stats are always going to be good. And is not going for the Abyssal Blade, unless he bought it already. No, he's going to be going the MKB next instead. Probably get rid of the Midas for that at this point in the game.
That's going to be the idea. He's assuming that Spectre's next item is going to be Butterfly. So, cover the evasion.
Lotus Orb on Seneko, by the way, so nice tool to purge. Prevent those reflect even, said single target abilities. They're going back in, though. They're resetting. Spectre is back up, but no Haunt for another 19 seconds. It's at least the tier 3. Not going to get more, though. Again, they've already had a tier 3 dead, so the Shrine's already cleaned up. But they get a little
they're really respecting Empire's team fight here. I'm sure they timed Haunt. They know it's almost up. And with everything up, you don't want to overcommit. And if you're NaVi, you're in an okay spot still. You're still way ahead. Just got to keep Roche Vision, get the next Aegis. Like, that's the big thing. If they get the next Aegis, it puts Empire back on the back foot a lot.
King R trying to get his own Lotus Orb as well. Treant Protector, of course, does have the Blink now. So, of course, the Solar Crest earlier on, but the Blink to be had, and ideally follow up with a nice Overgrowth. Haven't seen that combo, though, in these last couple of fights. Not on top of the Phoenix, Dave. As we saw the last fight, you mentioned they got bashed right away and killed off, and kind of a spread fight for Empire that maybe they just weren't fully ready for as a team. This Queen of Pain also, level 25 for her. You know, the idea of the Shadow Strike cooldown removal, didn't it used to be like a raw cooldown? And now they just said...
it made it 1 second originally. But the 70% lifesteal is just insane. If you're ever low, you just Sonic Wave in a team fight. It's usually better when you pair it with like an Ags on Quap, but Ags on Quap is a vestige of distant memory at this point. No one goes that. But yeah, we'll have to see. I would imagine lifesteal's coming out. It's just so good.
Yeah. Well, that with the Blade Mail was the insane synergy before, where that was picked up as like a core, but of course that doesn't work like that anymore. So Queen of Pain just isn't a hero that you just essentially can't kill, which I think is fine. It's a good change there.
Probably for the best.
Smoke. Smoking on through. Podcat did use his Hand of Midas right there, so if they were being observant, may have noticed that.
Yeah, this is the kind of fight Navi wants. It's very scattered. No one's in good position.
Podcat almost got Phoenix initially, but good job with the Icarus dive, but they'll take a kill on a Storm Spirit, actually. FN gets out, the Overgrowth coming in. The Haunt activated by Spectre. They want this kill in the backlines on Air Spirit. They'll get it, but FN still flying around. He's pretty low on life. Sunray, though, moving on in himself. And NaVi looking to reset this. General going in the RP and catches one. Trying to chase after another. NP is the one that is caught. Podcat pops his BKB and finally will secure that kill. Shadow Dance down on top of that. Spectre takes that bash proc. The Phoenix got his ulti off right there with the Supernova. Podcat is still going to go. Denny now back in the fight as well. Orchid up in 4. King R just simply trying to move forward with that Sunray, but it's not going to work enough. He will get taken out off to the side. Maposhka sitting by patiently here. So FN at least survives there.
Yeah, that's the silver lining. You can't say much else about that. Went well. Just it's exactly what I said. It wasn't a structured team fight. It was they walked into each other. No one was in position. No one was ready. And anytime it seems like FN gets gone on and has to BKB, and then Spectre haunts, they're gonna lose the fight because it means FN's at like half health already, usually a little lower mana, and doesn't really have the bomb he needs to come in on the back of the haunt.
Storm Spirit again has to BKB to immediately fly on out of there. And that's down to 6 seconds now. Zap. Of the BKB timing, so I had no choice.
Not how you want to use it. Definitely not how you want to use it.
Well, the Orchid was up though, and again, without it, he was dead there. But yeah, exactly, not the most ideal situation. And goes back to NaVi just taking these scattered fights now. That's where they're going to shine. And Roshan's up in about 37 seconds. Viper's just sitting here, saying, "Please spawn, please spawn." Not going to spawn just yet though. But that Abyssal Blade is now coming for Slark, already with the MKB finished. And he is a massive threat. I feel like every time I look at Maposhka, by the way, he's just standing still somewhere. He's just chilling.
Yeah, he's a ward.
Giving his team that vision. They're pinging out that area.
Pinging him out. So Slark noticed he lost the Shadow Dance. I'm going to laugh when Maposhka just dies standing up here.
Gonna find him. Viper's coming over. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh, awkward. Maposhka's like, crap. Ice Path? No. Yeah, he has a Yields too. It could have caught him.
Possibly. Would have had to know what direction you blinked. There's a couple different ways you could have gone on there. A little bit lower, a little bit higher. But either way, the mobile ward being forced off his perch.
They're smoked up on 3. General again, RP's ready, applies it in power. FN nearby. May run into Pycat right here. Uses the ball lightning immediately to get away. They're really chasing after him though. FN is currently very low on mana. But they're not going to catch. Instead they'll pick up a double damage rune and go right into the Roshan pit. That's convenient.
Double damage.
I feel like there's a lot of these double damage runes that spawn right in front of Roshan. Seems like it happens often. They're going to take this once again.
Just right in front of Roche, right when they need it, yeah. Seems like it does happen an inordinate amount of time. So these fights are going to be harder and harder, though, for Empire, because the Overgrowth Phoenix Egg combo starts to lose some of its luster if the BKBs don't have to come out until after Overgrowth. And that's going to be the awkward time if basically you need your tree and your Phoenix to be able to hold those.
Oh my god, that Spectre's melting right there to a solo Slark. The RP was used. Oh, I thought he canceled it. He
That
did
Manta
try to use
was
it, though.
sick.
Manta barely kept him alive.
Yeah, that Manta breaking the chain at the very edge of the Pounce was... I don't know if Pounce is going to time out there anyway, but barely able to get out. That would have been such a big pick.
Yeah, they don't get it, and again, RP was committed, so I don't even know if Empire saw that, though, to be honest. So I don't even know if they're going to be able to pick up on that, but you know, I don't know if that really changes much either.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
A lot of
They might have
questions I
heard
have
it.
here.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's life sometimes. More questions than answers.
Yeah. Quap did get the lifesteal, by the way, so yeah, no surprise there.
All right. Empire's all in. Chappie just bought BKB. No buyback for a very long time. So if a fight breaks out and he happens to go down early, that's kind of all it.
Boschka again being that movable war, trying to get as much information for the team, so ideally that doesn't happen. NP just got his Assault Curios, and he too is just short of a buyback, but he should have it by the time one breaks out here.
I've got to say, NP's felt slightly underwhelming in this game. In the early game, yeah, definitely had some good rotations and using that global TP, but since then it just kind of feels very lackluster. He hasn't been putting pressure on towers. He's been very scared to move around the map because of how big Pycat is.
NP in general has almost been a little underwhelming. He started coming up at the Kiev Major and, you know, posting this event a little bit here and there. Can't say I've watched one where, I mean, I have watched a couple where, yeah, he's been very, very good, but...
Yeah, the only one I've really thought was very good was Moon Meander. They lost the game, unfortunately, but Moon Meander had one where he was putting Rax pressure like crazy. His team would get wiped, and he was still holding him in the game.
Yeah.
That was about the only one that I thought, wow, this is still a hero.
Yeah, he's a great pick-off artist, but with so much of these team fights happening, he's not getting as much of a chance as he'd like to, it feels like. RP back up, ready to go for Magnus. He has a Shivas as well. Dendy's just standing his ground. The Octarine Core now finished, so 70% lifesteal on top of the Octarine Core. He is going to be a very difficult target to kill now.
I have no idea what Mapushka's doing.
He's Courier, I guess? Courier's
Maybe?
coming. Oh, has a TP scroll on it. Oh, no.
Worth.
Well, you might want to get back soon, because there is a fight definitely perhaps brewing here. Yeah, there we go. He's Storm Spirit TPing back in.
Oh, yeah, that's not even him. I have no clue what he's doing.
He definitely has a TP. Want to go for the melee racks here. And they are going to get it. Yeah, no commitment whatsoever from Empire.
Okay, the only thing I can think of is he's expecting them to all back up down the mid lane, and they want to go on them, like, right here in the channel he's standing in. But this is very Hail Mary.
Yeah. Again, they can get there quickly. They got the global presence, the Haunt, the Storm Spear from a distance, the NP poured in. All right, I'll just take a courier kill.
Has been killed.
All right. Well, he gets that in the end. Again, still, as I've said many times before this game, nothing on it, but once again, kills the courier.
No, in my professional opinion, trading a melee Rax for a courier is probably not a good trade.
Are they really defending though? I think that's the biggest thing. Is like
you had all of your ults up. If you're not going to defend that, what are you waiting for? Like, are you waiting for some type of core item? Because no one's super close to anything.
Aegis on Quap. I think it's probably just the mindset of we're just fine sacrificing one set of racks right here. Not going to risk it.
Yeah.
But put ourselves further behind with a lost cause team fight. So it's probably what they're thinking at least. Whether or not that's that should be the case is a different story. But
like if the Aegis was on Pycat, I agree with that choice 100%. Because bringing him down twice seems super hard, and if he comes back, he's impactful. Dendy kind of would just shotgun off all his spells,
well,
and then.
They gotta try something here, and they're definitely set up much better this time.
Dire's bottom
Storm Spirit in the
barracks are
flank.
under attack.
There's only like 20 seconds on Aegis.
Are fortified.
King R, he's going to be scouted out here. FN flies in, catches General actually right off the bat. Yule's thrown in the air. One of the illusions that looks like no. Chappie did jump in. He goes elsewhere with the Haunt, though. General staying alive, though. He still has the RP. Out comes that Overgrowth, locking on Earth Spirit. It seems like he's going to go down. Jakira also picked off. The rest are retreating. Pycat, he's going to be caught. He's going to the Abyss Blade Stun on the Spectre. And there's the RP from General coming out. Dendy with the Sonic Wave up top. And the dire side that it is melting away. Spectre, the last target, the last stand against Pycat. He gets the kill, but he dies shortly after. himself. Dendy, the raid boss, is still here, looking to finish the job on Phoenix, and will do just that. Miposhka barely alive. Buybacks not being used on either side, but something tells me they may happen here. There's no way they're just giving this up, right? Yeah. There's a buyback on Spectre. And he is going to pour it in and prevent further, although Denny can kind of toy with him, yeah. A little bit. I don't think he's too worried about dying just to the Spectre.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you only buybacks any one of these people, who's going to actually kill Dendy? Yeah, you can probably save your racks. Maybe the NP buyback would have been a little better. There they go, though.
Oh, Miposhka trying to change that, but the BKB forced, and he'll blink away. Down to 5 seconds here. Damage definitely done, though, by NaVi. They do not get the melee racks, but get the ranged. And Quap stays alive, and no buybacks even necessary. They get one out of Spectre.
Worthy tribute.
So Empire continues to be on their back foot, and I'm sure this lead, yeah, it's upwards of basically around the biggest that they had, obviously, with a net worth 17,000 or so. And again, this is a 1-0 series lead for NaVi right now. I'm trying to make it 2-0. It is a best of 5, though, so still worst case for Empire. It's at least one more game.
Yeah.
Trying to reset the series, though.
Storm itemized so defensively. Bloodstone, BKB, Lincolns, really having trouble killing anybody off in these team fights. And it kind of seems like they're all in on Spectre. The NP went and just, I mean, he's top net worth on their team. Has a ton of items, but it's still just an NP. He doesn't have any steroid skills. He really doesn't pop off like a carry would necessarily. And that fight actually may have gone a lot better if the Phoenix Egg didn't have to be in the weird spot it was in. He finished an Icarus dive, which put him in this weird spot on the far right side of the map. They're going, though.
Yeah, Queen of Pain's in trouble. He's locked down the whole time. He goes down now. Here comes the supporting cast, but they get here late, and now Seneco's also in a lot of trouble. Blade Mail popped. Going to be run down, though. The barrel roll keeping him alive a little bit longer. FN is very low in mana, and actually will escape. Very good job. Not the same for Jakiro, though.
Yeah, very nice find.
That's Queen of Pain that was unable to get the BKB off again, even despite all the lifesteal he has. He also has cheese even in his backpack, so nothing.
Yeah, he used permist on that entire time. Very, very nicely done.
Pycat now pushing out the bottom lane further. Bot's level 2 queued up. We're at that point of the game now once again, 50 minutes in. And also Magnus, oh no, still on Slark there. Magnus actually, Refresher Orb. He actually has enough for it. Without buyback.
Yeah.
Double RP.
I like Refresher a lot. 2 RP is very, very good. It makes it so you can throw 1 on a core target without worrying about hitting some game-winning one. The Spectre had a heart queued up. I'm curious if he finishes it here. Okay, he is going to. I was wondering if he was going to go Abyssal instead with the Vit booster there, just to get the extra lockdown. They're really struggling to keep everyone locked down and do enough damage.
Well, they showed they had the potential, though, to be fair, at the Quap at the top lane. But that was without anything else going on. Simply that focus.
An NP has switched between a Hex and an Ags in his quick buy like 4 times. Finally settles on the Ags. It's going to make his ult. Basically spawn a whole bunch of treants. And it ups the damage.
So is that just to create chaos more on the map, you think? Just kind of split push presence? And
yeah, I think that's exactly it. He needs to start splitting here. Which, again, though, the risk is that Slark at any point, if he's not on the map, could be killing NP. So it's definitely a risk, but one they're willing to take right now with 1 set of racks down and a ranged racks down in another lane. You've got to push out lanes somehow.
Storm almost got committed right there and jumped as a result.
He's like 600 gold off buyback right now.
Yeah, that could have been a game-changing, but not able to catch him. So ideally, he'll be able to farm that up. Roshan, it's up, though. Another Aegis. They still have the cheese, I want to say, on Dendy. Yeah, he actually still has it.
It'd be very hard for Empire to fight this. I think they have to let it go. You don't expect their buyback, and if you haunt into the Roche pit, it's a fairly safe bet Spectre's going down.
Oh, yeah, and Storm Spirit doesn't have a buyback. Yeah, there's no way you fight this. You have to accept it. And that will be a Roshan kill, so 22 hero kills apiece.
I'm sure if Miposhka was around, he would have blinked in and tried to steal it.
He's done that often, yeah. He's oh yeah, he has his own axe now, so we are seeing that more and more. The vision going up. The trees throughout and the presence of that overgrowth now. So that's a nice tool to have as far as the comeback. You mentioned that with the Nature's Prophet. They should have plenty of vision on the map here. As we progress on, although Miposhka continuing to live life dangerously. Do they have a gem still? No. Oh, they do? They do have one on Earth Spirit.
Miposhka has his own as well, so one on each side still. We're getting to the point where, like, one team fight probably won't decide this because most people should be having buyback, but Empire's not quite in that position yet. If they get caught, this is going to be game. So we're going to have to see what happens here. No Spectre buyback for a while, and he's missing a ton of gold.
Invisibility.
So look to see him probably play a little safer, knowing he cannot be the one to die.
And at that point, he's going to be playing too safe as a result. So here we go, pushing in NaVi. Not going to go all out. And they have the Aegis on a Quap. They also have 2 bananas, or cheese, I want to say. Kiro has one. Who has the other? That would be your Spirit. Bycat. Going up pretty aggressive right there. Lincoln's pop. Rax about half life currently. That tree army, though, is going to push them off. Dendi standing his ground, though. He's not really too worried. He has that Bloodthorn, again, the Aegis, so even if they do happen to lock him down and use too much, they're going to be just fine. So he's just going to sit here, say, come at me. They finally start to in the backline. Storm Spirit going in. Dendi, though, the Lotus Orb applied to Neko. He's staying alive. They get the kind of lockdown on a Storm Spirit. In comes the egg from Phoenix, but that's going to be killed off by Pycat. Pretty quick with the RP to lockdown, too. That was the second RP coming out, by the way. Tree goes down, and now Chappie, feet falls, he's staying in, remember. He barely makes his way to the base, but it's just too much chase, and they're going to finish the job. Down goes Chappie, and that should be it in favor of NaVi. 3 dead, no buybacks. And they're going for the finish, and it will be the finish. GG, well played. 2-0 seriously now for NaVi here in this best of 5.
Great job from General there to stop the Wombo combo. Caught Tree in that RP, knew he could blow the second one and kill the tree off. Totally negated any sort of combination. And FN blew like 2/3 of his mana pool just jumping around like a madman in the fight. So, nice closeout from NaVi. They've played these very, very controlled, especially for NaVi Dota. And they're squeezing other teams out. They're looking really strong right now.
Yeah. NaVi, a lot of momentum and on the verge, and a fan favorite team, no doubt. I'm sure a lot of people are excited for that. But Empire also has plenty of fans, and definitely going to try to fight back. But it's going to be a grind now. Obviously, if you're them, though, you can't really look at the big picture, the ultimate picture. You have to look one by one. Just take one game at a time. But they're down 2-0, and as you see there in chat, even lobby for Game 3 is going up. So we got another break coming at you guys, but will this be it? Will NaVi take a 3-0 series, or will Empire keep fighting? They're definitely showing that they can. It's just NaVi is ending up pulling ahead in both of these games. So stay tuned, guys, though. I'm Breaking CPK, joined by Xerox here. The grand finals for the European Summit 7 qualifiers will continue next